Alejandro Mayorkas is the chief architect of the American border crisis.
Right now, the House is trying for the second time to impeach Biden DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
The yeas are 214 and the nays are 213. The resolution is adopted.
You've seen the videos of the crisis at our southern border. You've read the tragic stories of the Americans who have been killed by the drugs and crime pouring into our country. You may have even read about the ways in which Mayorkas' policies at the Department of Homeland Security have facilitated this disaster. But what you might not know is that Mayorkas' role in our open borders crisis started years before he joined the Biden administration. Prior to his current position as the head of the Department of Homeland Security, Mayorkas served on the board of the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, or HIAS. The organization is part of a sprawling coalition of NGOs, activist groups, and nonprofits, hailing from a wide range of both religious and secular backgrounds that partner with both the United Nations and the US government to push for open borders. The Biden administration's connections to this network run deep, well beyond Mayorkas and HIAS. Robin Marcos, the director of Biden's Office of Refugee Resettlement, previously served as the Senior Director of Resettlement, Asylum, and Integration Programming for the International Rescue Committee, a powerful NGO that helps to aid and coordinate the flow of immigration up to the U.S. border. Katie Tobin, who served as a senior border advisor on Biden's National Security Council, previously worked for Annunciation House, a major Catholic immigration nonprofit which is currently being sued by the state of Texas for helping to facilitate illegal immigration. Mayorkas joined the board of HIAS in 2020. HIAS bills itself as the world's oldest refugee agency. The group was founded in 1881 and was originally dedicated to aiding and advocating for Jewish refugees fleeing persecution in Russia and Eastern Europe. Over the past few decades, however, the group's focus has expanded to include all refugees of every religious and national background. The group's leaders see themselves as humanitarians who help to provide vital services to refugees and asylum seekers around the world.
HIAS. Welcome the stranger. Protect the refugee.
But in practice, HIAS and groups like it play a critical role in our open borders crisis. At the government level, HIAS regularly lobbies for open borders, amnesty, and uncontrolled immigration. On the ground, the group actively facilitates the ongoing invasion, with everything from cash cards and vouchers for immigrants arriving at our border, to Spanish language maps showing immigrants how to get here, to providing tents, shelter, and legal and medical services for immigrants to use during their journey up to the U.S. border. Once they've made it into America, HIAS helps to resettle them in communities across the country. All of this is funded by your tax dollars. HIAS had an operating budget of more than $162 million in 2022. Nearly half of its funding came from government grants, including from Mayorkas' DHS. Millions of tax dollars in those government grants were explicitly earmarked for the group's efforts to fund and support immigration from South America. Since Biden took office, the number of tax dollars being funneled into HIAS has skyrocketed. Last year, the group received more than $100 million from the U.S. government. Alejandro Mayorkas and groups like HIAS hold a utopian vision of immigration policy, a world without borders. But in the real world, their policies do not lead to utopia. They lead to death, destruction, and misery. The crisis at our border is living proof. For more stories like this, follow America 2100.